I observe in the global competition around artificial intelligence not merely a technological race, but the decisive power struggle of the 21st century that will determine the future of human civilization. What is unfolding between Silicon Valley, Shenzhen, and European tech hubs surpasses, in its strategic implications, both the nuclear arms race and the space race of the Cold War. The development of artificial general intelligence, AGI, a machine intelligence that surpasses human cognitive abilities, is the modern equivalent of the Manhattan Project, with the fundamental difference that this time, it is not destruction but absolute control over information, the economy, and societal development that is at stake. The speed of this transformation is breathtaking. While the nuclear age required decades to unfold, AI supremacy is developing within a few years from science fiction into geopolitical reality. ChatGPT reached 100 million users in only 2 months, faster than any other technology in history. This speed of adoption signals not only commercial disruption but the fundamental reconfiguration of global power structures in real time. This AI revolution is taking place at a geopolitical moment of maximum instability in which existing power structures have already been shaken by trade wars, pandemic aftereffects, and hegemonic transitions. While traditional instruments of power such as military strength and economic resources remain relevant, algorithmic superiority is becoming the ultimate source of strategic dominance. Whoever controls the most advanced AI controls the future, a realization that is driving the world's major powers into an unprecedented technological arms race. The current AI competition is rooted in the systematic transformation of the global economic system from physical to information-based value creation. Since the digitization of the 1990s, economic power has increasingly shifted to companies that can collect data, process it, and convert it into profitable insights. Google, Meta, Amazon, and Apple did not achieve their monopolistic position through traditional industrial dominance, but through control over information flows and algorithmic decision-making processes. China recognized this shift in power earlier and more systematically than other nations. While Western countries prioritized data protection and individual privacy, Beijing developed a state-directed digital strategy that combined massive data collection with targeted AI development. China's social credit system is not merely social control, but a gigantic machine learning experiment aimed at optimizing societal governance through the algorithmic prediction of human behavior. The strategic significance of this development became visible at the latest in 2016, when Google's AlphaGo defeated the world's best Go player, a milestone that demonstrated that AI systems could already surpass human experts in complex strategic situations. China's reaction was symptomatic. Within 2 years, Beijing invested over $150 billion in national AI programs and declared the goal of becoming the global AI superpower by 2030. This announcement marks the beginning of systematic tech decoupling between the United States and China. Trump's trade war was only the visible surface of a deeper strategy aimed at preventing Chinese technological parity. Restrictions on semiconductor exports, sanctions against Chinese tech companies, and the forced separation of TikTok document the American realization, technological superiority is an existential necessity for maintaining global hegemony. In parallel, semiconductors, particularly specialized AI chips, developed into a new strategic resource. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company (TSMC) produces over 90% of the world's most advanced chips, making Taiwan a critical choke point in global AI development. China's dependence on Taiwanese semiconductors partly explains the escalating tensions around the island. Control over Taiwan means control over the hardware foundations of the AI revolution. The United States operates as a first-mover hegemon seeking to defend its early advantages in AI development through aggressive containment strategies against competitors. Silicon Valley giants such as OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic are developing the currently most advanced large language models, while American research institutions continue to dominate fundamental AI research. Washington's strategy is based on controlling critical technological choke points, from semiconductor manufacturing equipment to cloud computing infrastructures to the datasets required for AI training. Decisive here is the symbiotic relationship between American technology corporations and security agencies. The Pentagon invests billions in AI-supported weapon systems, while the CIA and NSA use AI for surveillance and analysis. This dual-use nature of AI technology blurs the boundaries between the civilian and military sectors and turns technology companies into quasi-state actors within national security strategy. At the same time, the decentralized, market-driven American AI development proves to be both a strength and a weakness. While competition between private companies accelerates innovation, it makes coordinated national strategies more difficult. The tensions between OpenAI and Google demonstrate that American AI firms primarily compete with one another rather than against foreign competitors. China pursues a fundamentally different strategy as a state-directed challenger. Beijing coordinates AI development through central planning, massive state financing, and the systematic integration of research, industry, and the military. Chinese AI champions such as Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent operate as extensions of state technology policy, while Chinese universities align their research directly with national AI objectives. China's advantage lies in unhindered data collection and access to a population of 1.4 billion people as training data for AI systems. The Chinese internet ecosystem generates petabytes of structured data daily on human behavior, preferences, and social interactions, an invaluable raw material for machine learning algorithms. At the same time, China struggles with structural disadvantages in fundamental research and the development of revolutionary breakthroughs. Chinese AI systems are often variations of American innovations adapted to local conditions but rarely fundamental novelties. Authoritarian control over research can concentrate resources but can also hinder creative breakthroughs. Europe finds itself in the most strategically precarious position as a dependent spectator without independent AI superpower ambitions. Germany, France, and other EU countries possess neither the technology giants of the United States nor China's capacity for state coordination. European AI research is excellent but fragmented and underfunded compared with American and Chinese programs. Brussels' response to American-Chinese AI dominance is characteristically regulatory. The AI Act and other legislation aim to control AI development rather than create indigenous systems. This strategy may secure European autonomy, but it makes Europe an importer of foreign AI technologies and therefore strategically dependent. Paradoxically, Europe's regulatory approach could offer long-term advantages if AI systems must become controllable and trustworthy. In the short term, however, it reinforces dependence on American and Chinese platforms. I recognize in the AI competition three critical escalation pathways that extend beyond technological rivalry and could trigger systemic confrontation. First, the inference speed competition is leading to an AI arms race centered on computing speed and energy efficiency. Whoever develops faster, more efficient AI systems can outmaneuver competitors in real time, from high-frequency trading to autonomous weapons to cyber warfare. This dynamic compels all actors to invest massively in semiconductor technology and cloud computing infrastructures. The military implications are already visible. The Pentagon is experimenting with AI-controlled drone swarms that surpass human pilots in speed. China's People's Liberation Army is developing AI systems for multi-domain operations that coordinate land, sea, air, space, and cyber warfare simultaneously. These systems operate at millisecond intervals that render human reaction times obsolete. Second, data sovereignty is developing into a new battlefield. Control over critical datasets becomes a strategic weapon. Whoever has access to the best training data develops superior AI systems. This leads to data nationalism. Countries restrict data exports and attempt to hoard valuable information as national resources. China is already using this strategy through the systematic collection of global data via TikTok, Didi, and other platforms, while simultaneously excluding foreign technology companies from the Chinese market. Europe is developing its own data sovereignty strategies through GDPR and the Digital Services Act. The United States is considering data export controls. Third, AI itself is transforming into an instrument of geopolitics through algorithmic warfare. AI-enabled disinformation, autonomous cyber attacks, and predictive intelligence create new forms of conflict that operate below the threshold of traditional warfare but still provide strategic advantages. Russia's use of AI-generated deepfakes and automated bot networks against Ukrainian morale already demonstrates this new form of warfare. Chinese cognitive warfare experiments use AI to manipulate public opinion in Taiwan. US Cyber Command is developing AI tools for offensive cyber operations against adversary infrastructures. I project three probable development pathways arising from the current AI competition. In the first scenario, sustained American-Chinese competition leads to a bipolar AI world order. Two incompatible AI ecosystems emerge: a Western system based on successors to GPT, and a Chinese system with its own large language models. The world divides into two technological spheres of influence, with other countries forced to choose between the systems. In the second scenario, one nation, likely the United States or China, achieves a decisive AGI breakthrough that establishes unipolar AI hegemony. This superpower would then control technologies that render all other actors obsolete, from economic planning to scientific research to military strategy. The AGI superpower would become the de facto ruler of the world. In the third scenario, uncontrolled AI proliferation leads to multipolar AI chaos, in which various actors develop incompatible but powerful AI systems. Autonomous AI agents from different nations interact unpredictably, create systemic complexity beyond human control, and trigger unintended conflicts. The geopolitical significance of the AI revolution manifests itself in concrete technological breakthroughs that irreversibly shift military and economic balances of power. Autonomous weapon systems eliminate traditional advantages of large armies and favor nations with superior AI technology. A country possessing advanced military AI can achieve asymmetric advantages against numerically superior but technologically backward opponents. At the same time, AI is revolutionizing intelligence work through predictive analytics and pattern recognition on a global scale. Whoever possesses the best AI analytical systems can forecast international developments more precisely and gain strategic advantages. The NSA and China's Ministry of State Security are already investing billions in AI-supported intelligence capabilities. Economically, AI enables the automation of complex decision-making processes from supply chain management to financial market strategies. Nations with superior commercial AI can achieve systematic efficiency advantages and thereby strengthen their relative power. What I recognize in the competition for AI hegemony is not merely another technological arms race, but potentially the final power struggle of human history. Unlike the nuclear arms race, which created mutual assured destruction, AI competition leads to winner-takes-all dynamics. Whoever develops AGI first could obtain irreversible advantages in all other domains. The irony is that this struggle for ultimate power may lead to the elimination of human agency. Super-powerful AI systems could make decisions that their human creators neither understand nor control. In this scenario, it would become irrelevant whether American or Chinese AI prevails. Both could end human self-determination. The coming 5 years will be decisive. Current developments around GPT, Gemini, and Chinese models indicate that AGI is closer than most experts predicted only a few years ago. At the same time, geopolitical competition is intensifying exponentially. We stand at the beginning of what may be the final phase of human control over technological development. What begins as competition for economic and military advantages could end as a fundamental transformation of human existence. In this context, AI hegemony is not merely geopolitical power, but control over the evolution of civilization.